I'm Miss A. Soma. Welcome back. In this video, we are talking about this phrase, Genkidesuka. Some non-native Japanese speakers use this phrase as "How are you?" because some Japanese language apps teach that. I have to say that we don't use it that way in Japan. Actually, we don't even have the custom to ask another person's condition in everyday greetings. So, in what situation we use Genkidesuka? In a letter to friends who we haven't seen recently, we usually start with Genkidesuka? お元気ですか? お元気でお過ごしでしょうか? 元気ですか? お元気ですか? Are you fine? お元気でお過ごしですか? お元気でお過ごしでしょうか? Have you been doing fine? To a friend who meet for the first time in a while. あ、久しぶり。元気ですか? 元気です。あなたはお元気ですか? Casual version. あ、久しぶり。元気? 元気。山ちゃんは元気? 元気ですか plus た。あら、お久しぶり。お元気でしたか? あ、どうもお久しぶりです。お元気でしたか? 久しぶり。元気だった? 元気元気でしたか or 元気だった? This た means present perfect. So the meaning is, have you been fine these days? お元気でしたか? お元気ですか? 元気でしたか? 元気ですか? 元気だった? 元気? They are interchangeable. To a friend who was sick. In school or at work. To a friend or to a co-worker who has come back from a sick day off. 田中ちゃん、元気? 大丈夫? 心配したよ。And there is one more important thing. Please watch this.
How the other person is doing. It's like, how are you in English? But the use of
元気ですか?
has some limitations. In general, this greeting is reserved for acquaintances whom we haven't seen for a while. We don't use it for total strangers or people who we meet on a daily basis.
This is from Mango Language. I really like this app. We don't use Genki desu ka for total strangers. If you say Genki desu ka, Genki desu ka, Genki desu ka to everyone, most native Japanese speakers think you are a big fan of Antonio Inoki-san. Legendary wrestler Antonio Inoki-san, because he always say Genki desu ka to everyone. So what do we say in greetings? こんにちは。いい天気ですね。本当に。おはよう、こんにちは、こんばんは。And topic about the weather. おはようございます。あ、どうもおはようございます。今日も暑いですね。本当にね、暑いですね。もう本当溶けちゃいそうですよね。ねえ。じゃあどうも。あ、どうも。おはよう。暑いね。もう暑いよね。溶けちゃいそうだよね。ああ、ほんと死にそうだよね。本当にね。Topic about the weather. And 本当にね。そうですね。means I agree with you. And if you don't have any common topic, just say どうも。じゃあどうも。じゃあね。またね。どうも失礼します。では失礼します。暑いですね。It's hot, isn't it? 寒いですね。It's cold, isn't it? いいお天気ですね。It's a nice day, isn't it? 嫌なお天気ですね。It's a bad day, isn't it? But why? Good morning and the weather. Now I'm going to try to explain it. But it might be difficult to understand, especially for people from Western culture. But it's really important to understand Japanese people completely. I mean our behavior, culture, and language. When you are alone, you think of yourself as I, right? And then you meet someone. There are two people, and you think the two people as I and you, right? However, in Japan, when you are alone, it's I. So it's the same. But when you meet someone, there are two people, and you think of the two of you as we, not I and you. We. When you meet someone, we starts. That's why we don't ask the other's condition. We don't talk about how I feel or how you feel. We talk about how we feel instead. So we talk about the weather first. When we greet, we usually live in the same area. So the weather is the most popular common topic about how we feel. But nowadays, we can greet each other while we are not living in the same area. I mean, using Zoom, Facebook Messenger, Skype, or HelloTalk, or something. So maybe we might use Genkidesuka more often, like how are you someday. Actually, many Japanese, including me, use Genkidesuka as how are you while Skype session with non-native speakers. We have no equivalent expression for how are you, so we have no choice but to use it as how are you in online chatting. We have to say how are you in global greeting. So I think it's okay you use Genki desu ka as how are you. But you might be shocked if you come to Japan and found that no one uses Genki desu ka in daily basis. That's why I made this video. And if you really want to make your Skype session in Japanese style, I recommend at the beginning, こんにちは、よろしくお願いします。And at the end, どうもありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。よろしくお願いします。And お疲れ様でした。Both of them are magical phrases to communicate Japanese people. So today's lesson is over. どうもありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。See you!